go.
Choke points.
Let's go.
I was taught defensive driving when I went to driver's school, but now, of course, the new thing is offensive driving, and this is one of the worst examples of that.
Yeah, offensive driving, reckless driving, call it what you will. It's all bad. And this is something that I had never even considered that drivers would do because it is dangerous, totally illegal, and just a jerk move behind the wheel. But Dave Manning reached out to the G and Ursula show recently and asked about something that he's seen a lot in Pierce County at a bunch of different places. And I need you to get a mental picture in your head if you can. Don't close your eyes if you're driving, obviously. But think about a multi-lane road near you, and you're approaching a signaled intersection. There's a left turn lane as part of the intersection there approaching that light. There's a long line of cars waiting to go straight at the intersection, but maybe there's no one waiting to make that left turn. Drivers are going into that left turn lane, bypassing all the waiting traffic, only to swerve back into the right in the middle of the intersection, timing up that signal and cutting everybody off there who is waiting to go straight. Now, drivers are telling me that they're doing this all over the place. We've been hearing that on the text line. And Manning even sent me a TikTok video with some yahoo promoting this as his, quote, offensive driving tip number 271, calling it the fake left go straight move. I cannot tell you how dangerous this is. I'm surprised that someone would promote something so stupid, reckless, and dangerous, and it's 100% illegal. You know, I never even considered that people would do this when I highlighted Washington's law on two-way left turns. You know, I've done this a couple of times in choke points because people ask me about this. And while I've never seen anybody pulling the move Dave is seeing, I see someone violate this law all the time. Imagine that same multi-lane road and add that two-way left turn lane one of the ones where you can turn left into neighborhood, whatever, as you approach that left turn only lane at the light. Same long line of cars waiting to go straight. It is illegal to get into that left turn lane, to bypass all those cars, even if you're just going up to take that left turn. You can't do it. RCW 4661290 states you can only be in that left turn lane for 300 feet, a maximum 300 feet, and those lanes cannot be used for passing. It's spelled out specifically in the law. Also, in the driver's manual, section 3-14, 300 feet. No passing. It's about 20 cars in case you're curious. So if you're just stuck in line, you have to wait and get over when it is legal to do so. I did that one time and was nearly hit from behind from somebody screaming up that left turn lane from behind me illegally. Don't do it. Now, the 300-foot rule is something most drivers don't seem to be aware of. In fact, when we put our mynorthwest.com drivers test up, only 51% of respondents got that one right. So as for the jerk move of using the turn lane to swerve back into traffic, gosh, don't do that either. What are you saving? 15 seconds, 30 seconds? You're just doing it to get clicks on your TikTok account. I'm sure that's really worth killing somebody over to get around and cut everybody off like that.
All right, so now you've been warned. And I think 300 feet is pretty generous. A lot of slack, it seems to me. So there's really no excuse for that, is there?
No, not at all. And I heard on the text line from people all over the sound that this is a very common practice to go, especially I've seen this a lot from truck drivers, too, on our text line, who people eye them up and say, oh, maybe there's a truck at the beginning of the straight maneuver. So they get over into one of the turn lanes and then cut them off in front, knowing that they may have a slower startup from zero out of that. Again, it's just wrong. It's what the biggest issue we have on the roads is something I've been talking about for years. We're all just too damn selfish behind the wheel. My route, my time, my commute is more important than yours, and to hell with you. And I'm tired of it. It's so dangerous.
A little courtesy works. I mean, I had a situation
that went away in the 80s.
Well, I was in the straight ahead lane. A person was on the left turn lane. They had made a mistake. Didn't know what they were doing. Catches my attention. Says, "Can I please get in front of you?" Of course.
Yeah, I can live with that.
Yeah,
mistakes happen.
And it worked fine. So, thank you, Chris.